2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Travelers Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beem in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be following this featured group as there are rumours of quite a rivalry kicking off between these two players.
Well, Henny, quite a challenge that this player has set for themselves. We've seen them beat many of their rivals this season, but there are not many people that can go up against the great Tiger Woods and succeed. History's told us that.
Oh, well, they certainly do not lack in confidence. This is going to be a very entertaining group to follow indeed.
I'm jumping around in my seat, and I can also see Rich Beem doing exactly the same. He managed this feat back in 2002 when he won the PGA at Hazeltine over the great Tiger Woods.
Oh, please, Luke, don't mention that. Once we get Rich on his high horse, there's no getting him down again. Although he has shown that it can be done. Tiger Woods can be beaten. However, it is such a tall order. I know that this player has beaten all of these incredible roster of players in all these rivalries so far, but come on, this is Tiger Woods. Can it really be done today?
Well, that's the question we're going to get answered, aren't we? Very few people have ever laid claim to beating Tiger head-to-head. Good luck in your rivalry. You're going to need it. Starting the round at even par.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
The second, a short par 4 playing up the hill, just 345 yards.
How aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take driver out and try and get it up to the front edge, or are you going to lay it back with a long iron? That are the two thoughts that players must face. Second shot into a minuscule green with a putt bunker on the left-hand side that could be the meanest one on the golf course.
Great shot. A 9-foot chance here.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
I don't mind the look of this. That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one. Finds himself in a share of 7th. The players will face themselves with their first legitimate test at TPC River Highlands, the par 4 third.
Dogleg from right to left. Just avoid those bunkers both right and left, and there's not a single one up there on that green. This green is fairly flat with runoffs on all sides of this green. It's a wonderful design.
What kind of rhythm is that? It must be tough falling out of bed every day with a rhythm like that.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
I like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
Looking for another birdie here.
That was a gallant attempt. No, that's too bad. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Ooh, right by the hole. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. And with that, he's back to even overall. The fourth hole at TPC River Highlands certainly asks for a longer shot, Rich.
Danger here is leaving your tee shot out to the right in the trees and the bunker. If you hit it down the left-hand side, expect a much longer second shot.
Rich, we saw it right throughout Tiger Woods' career, just epic shot after epic shot. What was the best shot you ever saw Tiger hit?
We were playing in 2002 in the Grand Slam of golf over in Hawaii. Justin Leonard, Davis Love, Tiger, and myself. And we, on the second day, wind's blowing at a pretty good clip on the par 5. I think it was number 7. And you had to bust 2 shots to get there. Nobody, I mean, it was nearly impossible. In fact, it was impossible with 3 out of the 4 of us to get it home in 2. Well, Tiger gets up there on this par 5 the second day, and he's already leading by like 800, I think. And he drills one right down the middle. I lay up with a 3-wood. That's how hard it's blowing. I lay up with a 3-wood to about 70, 80 yards. And this little green is a little peninsula. It kind of goes from left to right, a little bit of a fade if you're a right-handed player, with water on the front part of the green, and the pin's over in the back right. And he gets up there and smokes driver off the deck into about a 25-mile-an-hour wind to about 6 feet away. And I look over at my caddy and I go, is this for real? I mean, are you sure that we're not in a video game right now? Because that's just not possible. I mean, it literally, the second shot off the deck with the driver was hit about forehead high and traveled about 270 into the wind. And the ball just kind of hung there, seemingly just about 20 feet off the ground, just hung there and kept hanging, kept hanging, kept hanging, and fell right exactly where he wanted it to. It was unbelievable. And at that moment in time, you kind of sit there and look at yourself on the inside and you go, whew, I don't have that shot, and I don't even know how to make up for a shot like that I don't have. You just knew that you're just kind of sitting there watching something that nobody else in the game can do. It's phenomenal.
This has a real chance.
The old-fashioned hammer hands. That'll ruin any putter's stats. Ooh, nice line. Sitting at 1 over for the day. The 6th is the first of our par 5s, and at 586, playing slightly downhill, Rich. Players should be enticed to go for this green in 2.
Most players in this field will be looking to knock it on in 2. Tee shots want to favor the right-hand side to shorten up the hole ever so slightly. The second shot will be semi-blind, taking it over some bunkers and some mounds to a green that runs from right to left. Bunker front left and a runoff area over on the right-hand side. Shouldn't be too much of a bother for most of these players.
Love coming to TPC River Highlands every year, Rich. I think if there's one event that goes above and beyond for its players, it's this one. There seems to be an extra feel of something, you know, special at the Travelers Championship.
Well, they do have the umbrella that is red as their logo, but it seems like this tournament rolls out the red carpet for these players. It comes off the heels of a major, so most of these players are looking for a little bit of a decompression mode for a few days, and they get it here. It's just one of these golf courses that it's right in front of you. It poses some difficulty, but in all reality, it's not overly difficult. You know, you do have to hit some proper shots here and there, but it seems awfully simple compared to what they had to face last week. So when they get here to TPC River Highlands, they're in a different kind of mode. Like, they're relaxed, they're looking at making birdies finally, because they didn't make any last week, and they're trying to just get into a really nice rhythm and kind of out of what they experienced the week before.
That should find the fairway. Sitting at 2 over par. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Look like this one's heading to the beach. I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. And this putt coming up for his par. Now 8 shots back after that hole. I really like the 8th here at TPC River Highlands. A good par 3.
This is a strong par 3. Water shouldn't come into play as it's some 15 yards short of the green. However, there's runoff areas both right and left that could cause some issues for these players.
And he's hit that inside the range. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Wow, what a save.
This tour player is just streets ahead now.
And he's down there. You got a read?
This is an outside chance. Maybe a lag putt even. He's got 30 feet.
Looking great now.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. As they say, drive for show, putt for dough. That'll cost you. His next putt is for bogey. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. The 9th is a par 4, right on 400 yards, Rich. But recently, players have been a little bit more aggressive off the tee.
Players are trying to take all the bunkers in the fairway out of play by taking driver and hitting it over the right-hand one. From there, players will have a very simple second shot to a green that's fairly bland, Luke. There's just not much to it. This is a great birdie opportunity.
There was a big impact for a lot of players playing alongside Tiger Woods. They almost got sort of, spooked by the occasion. Why was that?
More than anything else, it's the fact that they're playing in front of more people than they ever had in their life before. And this rings true for, I think, every single player out there, whether it was Ernie Els, Vijay Singh, anybody from that era. You had more eyeballs on you at that moment than anybody else, because Tiger carried the biggest crowds every single tournament. And so sometimes it would be uncomfortable, even for the most accomplished players out there. Some of them will tell you, no, it wasn't a big deal, but I can promise you it got their attention, and it probably helped them in a certain sense, because when you played in front of that many people, Luke, you wanted to focus. You wanted to put your best foot forward, because there is no worse feeling in the world than going out and laying an egg in front of 30,000 people. I can promise you that. That's why I enjoyed playing with him, because when you went out there, you knew you had to play well. You didn't want to embarrass yourself in front of all those people.
Opting for the 5-iron. That got caught up in a few of the branches. Well, Rich, in the thick stuff here, not a good spot to be. That's not what they were looking for.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
Here's Tiger Woods. Two over for the day. Oh, yes, what a shot.
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
Moments like that deserve another look.
Now look how they attacked this one.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Downhill par 3s, Rich. Lots of fun to play, particularly when it's only a wedge.
Yes, but be careful from the wind. This green is surrounded by large trees, and that wind can really swirl around this green. It's a good opportunity to make birdie, but bogeys might happen if you're not careful.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Yeah, nicely played.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Well, this would be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
All right, this to get ahead of Tiger Woods. What a sentence, what a one-up that would be, and what a rivalry this is.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. This one's looking good. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Rich, the 12th, a par 4 measuring just over 400 yards. How do you play it?
Grip it and rip it. Those fairway bunkers down the right-hand side, they're really not a big bother, so try and take those on as best you can. The further you drive it down there, your second shot becomes so much easier as this green is perched above you. Again, another good birdie opportunity here.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
This one heading to the bunker.
From the sand, looking to get up and down. Okay, phase one complete. You've got to make a good putt here. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
Sitting at 2 over for the day. Well, birdies would certainly be on the mind of the players when they stand on the tee at the par 5 13th, Rich. But there are bogeys here as well if you're not careful.
Don't get careless with this tee shot. Don't avoid the water on the right and try and hit it down the left-hand side, because out of bounds comes in quickly, just left of those fairway bunkers. From the fairway, you have to decide where you want to go for it or lay it up out to the right. Any shots missed out to the right will leave a delicate chip to a green that runs away from the player towards the water.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
A big opportunity with an eagle putt. Ooh. This putt is about 8 feet.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
That's inside the range. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's head to the 14th, Rich. A short par 4, but you've got to hit your tee shot up the hill.
Up the hill, dogleg from right to left, but one of the most generous fairways on this golf course, if not the most generous. Anything up to the right-hand side will open up the second shot to the green that sits well below you. Any tee shots missed over to the left, however, you could have some tree issues.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Well, you can club down. Everything's all in front of you as it runs into this downhill green. This player showing zero signs of any nerves as they play against their rival and playing partner, Tiger Woods. What a fantastic approach.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Well, Rich, as we approach the closing holes here at TPC River Highlands, there are some significant shots to hit, and here at 15, it's certainly one of them.
The tee shot is most definitely an important shot. If you hit a little bit too far left, water scary close to the left-hand side. Out to the right is no good. Length isn't nearly as important as how straight you can drive it.
All in all, a very exciting short par 4.
Love this hole.
Well, this is a good risk-reward hole. Looks like they're taking plenty of risk here, going for the green. Wow, Rich, that's impressive.
Gotta love it. Taking out the big stick and going ahead and walloping it right onto the green.
That's frustrating. That's disappointing. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And with that putt, now even par with the final few holes to go. Let's catch up with Tiger Woods, shall we? Didn't that look good for a long time? So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The final par 3 at TPC River Highlands certainly brings a lot of elements into play.
Multiple tiers on this green. If you find the right tier, you have a good birdie opportunity. But if you hit a wayward shot, both right, left, long, or let's face it, short, you're in a bad spot.
That should set up another chance. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This one will run uphill.
This is buckets. Okay, steady now. And that finishes up the efforts with a tiny little tap in. Sitting at a couple of shots over par. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods? Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
Well, this lake that is a real feature here in the closing holes at TPC River Highlands comes into play also off the tee at 17.
The most intimidating shot on the golf course, the tee shot here at 17. Bail left, you could find the bunkers, and if you bail right, you better bring your waders.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Yeah, this breeze just starting to get up now on the course, and it's directly into the face.
Choosing the 9-iron here. That approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Getting ready to play their third. 4 shots behind our leader. He has this putt to save his par. Yeah, he'll take that. And that par ensures he'll stay right there at even par. The finishing hole at TPC River Highlands has gone through a few adjustments over the last handful of years, and it's also seen a very significant moment in the history of the PGA Tour.
Plenty of fantastic moments here. Tee shot goes back up the hill, over a rise, semi-blind tee shot, find the fairway, and you're going to have an excellent look at the green and a possibility of making birdie.
It was the site of the lowest ever round recorded on the PGA Tour, a 58 if you don't mind. From around 170 yards here, currently 4 shots off the pace. Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
Wonderful shot into the 18th and a chance for birdie. A chance to get one under the card with this putt.
Rolling end to end is looking nice.
And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. Not a bad week, Rich. What did you think of it?
Oh, nothing to sneeze about on the PGA Tour. Finishing top 20 just means your game is in good shape, but not in great shape.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.